started this business in this particular location. At least we're going on 11 years now. But we started, as most businesses do, taking a hobby out of your home and just kind of like going with it. We did that for many years, just baking cakes. I wanted to bake beautiful cakes for my children. And I knew the impact that cakes had on children because when I turned 16, my parents gave me my first cake. So therefore I wanted kids to just experience that. Now, moving forward from that point, as far as why I did it, the next thing would come as being a business. I wanted to turn this hobby into a business because I had just done it for many years and I was beginning to retire from the Postal Service. So I said, you know what, if it's a time to do it, it's now. But little did I know the journey. I started taking classes here in the city of Savannah through the Entrepreneur Center, and I did that for about 2 years, just kind of like going in on my lunch breaks, taking extended lunch breaks and taking classes. And then from there, I decided to find a building. Well, this building that we're in today, we built this building back in the 70s. It was our family's business. It was a laundromat back then. And through the years, we just kind of, let the business go. But finally, I decided to make a bakery out of it, thinking that I would just be able to turn the keys and put some things in here. But I realized that the journey was very, very tough. Trying to get people to believe in what you're trying to do is the first hurdle. You have to be able to get over that. I was turned away many a times at the banks, even though I had good credit, I had a good job, I had monies in the bank. So to me it was like, what's holding me back? And I had a good product. But for some reason, they just did not believe in what I was trying to do. So therefore I found myself financially independent. None of the banks would give me any monies. I cried many a days. I did not understand why. What is happening to me? I have done all of the right things. And yet, here I was still not being funded or being supported. So I had to do it all. I literally baked cakes one at a time, took the monies that we had from that, and we just literally bought everything from tiles, paints, flooring, everything that we needed to do. As I was saying earlier, we had to literally buy everything out of pocket. I retired from the post office, realizing then that I had to fund my own business. The nest egg that they tell you to save up for, well, guess what? I cracked it. Cracked it open, scrambled it, cooked it, served it out, just trying to make ends meet. And this has been the journey of a lot of other small businesses. People just don't realize that if you're going into business and say, oh, I'm just going to make money, then don't do it. Because you're going to dish out more money than you take in. It'll be a very long time, normally, before you get a return on your investment. And you have to be willing to invest in yourself. You have to believe in yourself, because no one is going to believe in you and support you in that manner. We did everything from building walls. Believe it or not, my degree in marketing did not prepare me for the architectural chores that I had to do. It was just a gift that God had given me where I could understand it. But we had to literally get down, paint your floors, paint your walls, lay your things. You had to go down to the city and make sure that you could fill out all the forms just to be able to hold a chainsaw or be able to hold a hammer in your hand. These were things that literally I just didn't know I needed permits to do. So this is how we started it, and this is where we are today, and I really like our building. Well, having a degree, I would say back then, it made a difference as far as people believing in you, and it sort of showed people what kind of person you are. It made them believe that you're a person of perseverance. You're a person that believes in going the extra mile. But in today's world with YouTube and so many different things being taught and people giving a lot of acknowledgement to your gifts and how you can use those gifts and put them to your use. My degree in marketing helped me as far as I went to Georgia Southern back in the 70s. That's a long time ago. So therefore, as far as integration in the college, it was very minimal at that time. What that experience taught me is to be comfortable in my communication skills with people of all races, because it opened up a world of students that were brought in, from abroad, as well as students that were local, students that came from the west, up north. So it gave me a very diverse experience, and because of that, it has helped me in being comfortable in my communications with all people. Before the pandemic, we had the mindset, I think, of everybody that life just goes on, everything is good. And then when it hit, it really gave us a shift. I lost a store, one of my main stores that I had on Broughton Street, which is a store that I tried for so many years to obtain. And after being there for like 3.5, going on 4 years, the pandemic literally snatched it from under me. I could no longer afford to just continually pay the leases and the rents and put money into a building that literally doors were shut. So we took a great loss there, but because of this store and this particular building that we own, that I now own, it was a place that we could have a haven, that we could still prepare for our customers. And thank God that I did have this business, because it was just like the little engine who could. We're still trucking along. And because of that, we are so grateful. With a lot of the small businesses, I know your pain. I know your experience. And many of us have fallen by the wayside during this pandemic. But all I can say is, do not let the pandemic and the closing of your stores close your business, if that makes any sense. In other words, take what you always had, whether or not it's cutting your hair, whether or not it's making a really good soulful meal, whether or not it's selling things, whether or not, just whatever it is, keep that business within you. Because I truly believe, as so many others, that we are definitely coming out of this. I'm like James Cleveland, this too shall pass. So therefore, we have to still, even though our businesses may appear dormant, but we will rise out of these ashes. And I think this is just a time for us to reflect, see how we can better ourselves, take whatever finances are available to us, and let's just do it, y'all. Let's just get back up on this horse, and we're going to ride this thing out. Well, we're just grateful. We have March, the first week in March, the 2nd through the 7th. We have what we call here in Savannah the Kwanzaa Crawl. It is a new thing. It was instrumented by our Alderwoman Keisha Carter to just let us not only speak of Kwanzaa, but at the same time let us exercise and live Kwanzaa. I personally was not as comfortable with Kwanzaa because I did not know exactly what all Kwanzaa entailed. I was just sort of like oblivious to the whole concept. But after I got in and began to see that it is all built about love, it's our heritage, so many positive things, I just became addicted, shall I say, to the whole concept of taking Kwanzaa to the different restaurants and the different small black-owned businesses. And this journey that it's on is entitled the Kwanzaa Crawl. So the crawl will be coming to visit us. Miss Polly's here at the Cape Giants on the first week in March. And to join in with the Kwanzaa Crawl, we'll also be having our customer appreciation. So therefore, that Sunday, when everything comes to a head, it'll be Sunday, March the 7th. The hours will be from 11 to 4. You can come on by and just share in the fellowship. We'll be having things with the Kwanzaa Crawl to support black-owned businesses. We definitely appreciate your support. Do come on in, get some cake. We'll have different varieties for you to take home. We have little bags that you can fill up. We call it the $20 bag. Fill it up with some cakes of your choice. And we'll have balloons and face paintings for the kids and some music. And you will definitely be more enriched once you pass this way on March the 7th.